Hey guys, fat fingers make stupid mistakes. I'll let you know that. I accidentally just deleted my knife collection video. Sorry about that. Um, I thought, hey, might as well post another one. I think I've had a couple small acquires since the last one, since the recent to last one, the one that's still on the channel. There's a couple big ones in here, literally big ones if you know what that is. Sorry that it's so zoomed in the way I got my little camera mount set up. You know, right now that's just a cool little background. You guys see a couple knives, and that'll just be a little sneak peek into what's on the table here. So I'm gonna start with the ones that you can't see, just so you don't have to worry about what's on the table and what isn't on the table. So we're gonna start with the one that I just published a video on. This is the Gerber God I don't know what. I bought it from Walmart. The kind of black sheep of the family, I guess you can call it. My new work knife, the way I call it. I'm gonna beat this thing to shit. Like I said, I bought it from Walmart. Don't know the blade steel. All I know is that it's got like a brass coating on a lot of the things. Very appealing to the eye, but not my favorite knife, but it does look pretty. It's kind of like that girl you still have unhealthy relationships with. You don't like her, but you still use her a lot, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so now we got the CRKT Batum, whatever you call it. This was mentioned in the other video, if I'm correct. But Medford quality. That's a fucking quarter of an inch. I think that's a quarter of an inch. Spine back there. So this thing is thick. This thing is heavy. But I love this thing. It was a birthday present for my mom. I think a year back when this thing came out. Love it to death. Even though it's a frame lock, because it's got that milling out right there. It is not hard whatsoever. Love this knife. Can't beat it. I think I just saw a little bit of rust. No, I'm just tired. Anyways, now we got the CRKT home front, which was not in the last video because when I published the last video, I was out in California. Now this was my old work knife, so it's got a little bit of wear on it. It's got that field strip technology. And I posted a video about why I hate this. Okay. In one of those times that it was returned to me, propped open like a freaking door, somebody lost one of the Teflon washers. So now this thing makes a weird noise when it opens. I'm trying to acquire some washers from CRKT, but I keep on forgetting to send the email asking for it. So yeah, if you know that they'll return it, just let me know. Anyways, now we're gonna go on to. You can see the bottoms of them in the screen. You guys know that there's some Spydercos right there. But let's talk about over here. So we got the one colorful one in the family. Not by choice. This was given to me through a trade. It is a Strider clone. Not proud of owning a clone. However, I didn't pay the money for it. And I can feel what a Strider feels like in my hands if I ever wanted to buy one in the future. Probably won't, but if I ever win the lottery, I'll probably buy a Strider. Then we got a Charade. Funny story about this, I actually found this on the ground, and now it opens my envelopes. Now, because I haven't bought this thing, and I don't know the specs on it, and don't really care enough to Google them, I never use it anyways. It's too small for my liking, if you can tell by what's right here. It's just kind of like I need this envelope cut it open. And if that thing breaks, I won't feel bad about it whatsoever. So yeah, that little charade ain't nothing too special to me. Then we got the SOG. This one kind of started it all. I think that I've already told this story, but when I was a little young boy and I went out to Walmart to get my first higher quality knife that wasn't from a freaking gas station, I went out and I bought this SOG. and the little swedge on the top and the handles and all that kind of drew me to it. So this thing's kind of got good memories to it. That good old 100% lockup on there. Well, I mean, not 100, but I mean, it's like 95% lockup. It's kind of, I mean, it shoots open. It's snappy. I'll give it that. But this knife, this is kind of like what's responsible. And since then, I just haven't bought a SOG since, just because I can't take them seriously anymore. It's nothing against the brand. It's just a personal thing. Like, I gotta thank the brand, but at the same time, I'm just like, what was I thinking back in the day? Now, in my mind, SOG, it got me out of that little cheap knife phase, but it also, I mentally associate it with, like, cheap knives. I know that SOG makes some good knives, but, like, just like a mental association now, because the eras were very close together, probably within, like, I want to say, like, 2 months of me buying, like, my first gas station knife. It was like a Tac Force or an M-Tech or one of those really shitty brands. I bought the SOG. So, you know, just in the mental association, because it was like the same time period, I just can't take it seriously. I apologize. So anyways, we're just going to go across the bottom now, because I think that most of the screen is in shot. So we're going to start with this, forgot what this thing is called, but it's a Kershaw, I think it's the Cryo 2 or something like that. You know what they say about multi-tools, jack of all trades, master at none. It's a short little blade, it's got a little bottle opener on it that isn't very good at anything, but other than that, it's got a short blade. This used to be my envelope cutter. Bought it for, I want to say, like $15 online, like Amazon, I believe. Now, this knife, I'm just realizing that I forgot one in the collection. Alright, honorable mentions to the Kershaw Skyline. It's probably in a pocket somewhere, in a dirty laundry bin. What does that tell you? I actually use my knives. I only say that because this is very similar to a Skyline. Sorry, you didn't see me fail flipping that. That just hit my tripod. Oh my god. I removed the spring from this, so it's a little bit more difficult. However, this is my larger Skyline, to say the least. I don't know what model it is, but it is very similar to a Skyline, except it has 2 liners in it instead of the one that the Skyline has. So it's a little bit more in the hand. However, it is very similar in feel. ACR 13 blade on this one. I know that for a fact, but because that's like the only thing that Kershaw uses nowadays. It's also ACR 13. This one, no clue. Schrade, no clue. The Strider, also no clue. The Batum, I think, is also a CRKT 13. Or, no, fucking 8CR 13. Jeez, I'm really tired. So, then we got the Emerson CQC4 XL. Love this blade to death, just because it's an XL. I like bigger knives. I'm not compensating for anything. I just like having a little bit more confidence. Now, I do have the smaller version of that somewhere still. Haven't found it, but that is there. Love it. Can't go anywhere without it. Well, not every day, but most days. The next two are kind of like a pair deal, because they're both in black wash. This one is the Kershaw. I know what the name of it is. Starts with an A. Anyways, I can't remember right now. But this is a Kershaw assisted ACR 13. It's got a nice hollow grind on it. I always forget how snappy assisted blades are. I don't think I have very many assisted blades. Anyways, that was the Amplitude. That's what it's called. The CRKT. No, my god. The Kershaw Amplitude. These things are probably running about $25, so it's nothing too special. Then we got the Minimalist in G10 Blackwash. Very nice neck knife. I know that you've probably heard about this a whole bunch of times at somewhere else, but, can't beat the ergo on this knife right here. It's a good one. Alright, going up the line, we got a little Victorinox. Very simple one. Got a pin blade. nail file, scissors, those are your tweezers, and a toothpick. Also very good envelope opener. Then we got the roadie. Bought this back when there was roadie hype in the community. You know, everybody was like, oh yeah, the roadie, it's gonna be playing legal, all that sort of stuff. And I was just like, okay. You know, I go on planes a lot. I've probably, in my 19 years of living, I've probably been on close to 100 planes. So, you know, well, it would be cool to be able to carry a knife on one. It's not like you can't carry them in the checked baggage, but, you know, carrying it on your person because, you know, in the airport, maybe you might have a loose thread on your shirt and you don't want to bite it off or whatever. Then going across the line, we got the Griptilian. I tried to give it to my mother, but she said it was too expensive of a gift. That's mom's for you. Oh my god. That's how tired I am. I can't even work an Axis lock. But yeah, the Benchmade Griptilian. This is a 154 cm blade steel. These things are running around $80 any day of the week. Now the roadie, I forgot what blade steel it is. It's some sort of weird one. N690. That's what it is. It's the only N690 blade I have in here, so that's why I can't never remember that. Then we got the Kershaw Cryo. This is the Kershaw Cryo. What's this one? I forgot what this one is. This is the Cryo, though. Okay, anyways. ACR 13 blade, Hinder designed. Now, I think I made a connection to these two. The ZT0556 and the Kershaw Cryo. They're basically the same design, same blade shape. The only difference is the Kershaw is a little bit shorter than the ZT. But any day of the week, I'm going to beat up this knife than this knife because I wouldn't want to break this knife, but I'd rather break this knife, if that makes sense. Even though this knife can technically withstand more than this one, I'd rather break this one than this one. That's just my opinion. You know, cheap to it's kind of like saying that if you were to own a Ferrari and a Civic, which one would you rather wrap around a tree? Right? You know, maybe the Ferrari's got 5-point seats and you'd be better off living. However, I'd rather freaking kill a Honda than I'd rather kill a Ferrari. Anyways, that's just my opinion. So, anyways, moving on. Oh, you couldn't see this one in the shot. This is the Cold Steel Raja 2. Very big old blade on that, if I'm correct. This is Carpenter Steel. Yep, BD1. Now, I think that these are FRN handles. However, though, Triad lock. It's got the wave feature on your pocket. I actually did yard work with this knife once. What does that tell you about gold steel knives? I was cutting through branches with a pocket knife, just because cold steel. All right, then we got the Espada. I take this one to work every now and then for shits and giggles. Oh god, there's a little bit of sand in there. That sounded horrible. Anyways, this can't even fit all in one shot, no matter how far down I put it. You guys can see the handle here. That's half of it. And there's the other half. It's got a CTS XHP steel, 16 inches open, 7.5 inch blade. Also got the kind of wave but not wave feature, so it's got the auto deployment as you pull it out of your pocket. Triad lock, you know, cold steel's good old. You can cut the world in half with it if you wanted to. Then we got the first of the XL series that I ever bought, the Recon 1. And I remember buying this thing and thinking it was larger than life. I was like, this thing is huge. Now, I've put a little bit of work into this. It's got a little bit of a fish guts on it still because I was cutting fish heads off it with the last time I went fishing. But yeah, that just proves that my knives actually get used. Forgot to clean it off before this video. But yeah, that's the first one that I bought. I can't remember what blade steel is on this one. If I'm correct, it's AUS 8. If I'm correct, don't hold me to that. But I think that one's 10 to 12 inches open, but I think it's got a 5-inch blade. And I always remember thinking, what's the point of having a 5-inch blade? And then I got it in my hand. And I was like, oh yeah, this thing's huge, you know? Freaking scared my entire house with it. Then I bought the Raja and I was like, this thing's even bigger. And then I walked into a little bit of money and I was like, let's buy the Espada, fuck it. The largest pocket knife that I've ever known of. Alright, so moving further to the left, we got the Para 2. I will never buy a Para 3. Oh god, this one's got shit on it too. Holy shit, I don't even know what that is. Yep, that's the Para 3. Whatever it is, it was sticky. I think it might be like, I like cut a tree because it feels like tree sap. Anyways, that's the Para 3 S30V steel. Made in Golden, Colorado, not too far away from here. I actually might take a factory tour if they allow that. Then if I'm correct, we got the last one on the list, honorable mention, the Manix 2 XL. Now, I used to have a Manix 2, however I traded it for, I can't even remember what I traded it for. I think it was a Benchmade Griptilian? No, not a Benchmade Griptilian. I traded it for a Lion Steel. But I think I traded the Lion Steel for something else, but I can't remember. But I traded the Manix 2, just kind of putting my feelers out there. Then when somebody offered me a Lion Steel, I was like, alright, they're a kind of up there brand. So anyways, I gave the Manix 2 away, and I instantly regretted it. And then, me being the fan of big knives I am, I bought these at the same time. The Espada XL, the Manix 2 XL, you know, just because I had that much money that I walked into. You know, but the Manix 2 XL is definitely a favorite. I love that thing. I actually had this one at work today. I love that knife. Anyways, that is my collection, except for the Kershaw Skyline, which is somewhere. Can't remember where. I'll find it tonight, though. Anyways, if you guys have any requests on videos, I think I said this in the one that I took down, but if you guys have any requests on videos, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do any review on any of these knives if you give a shit about my opinion. Don't expect you to, but, you know, if you guys ever wanted to know anything about some of these before you buy them, just let me know. Even if you just said, just comment it, you know, how do I feel about this knife, you know, maybe you're thinking about buying it, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to tell you. But anyways, that is the collection as of July 24th, 2018. Anyways, guys, take it easy, drive safe, and I'll see you guys.